Good morning and welcome to the Legit Real Estate Podcast. I am TJ Chofi here as always with Holly Rigoli. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm awesome. You look lovely today as you always do.
Thank you. I was
I
waiting. I
have
was hoping to curl my hair today because I keep getting sucked into those advertisements on Facebook where every other picture that I scroll is this video for this hair thing that automatically curls your hair. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna do this before the show, but it still hasn't shown up yet.
I'll get you. I'll tell you what, speaking of scrolling, I don't have Facebook, but I was scrolling through X and I saw an advertisement for this Santa that like shoots out light and it makes it look like it's like raining light out of like a flower pot.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I tried to buy two of them, but it didn't recognize my credit card. It's like a weird website. And I put my card in, and we have this one card that we only use for like shopping, like for like random shit, weird stuff.
In
And I
case
put
it's a
it in and said
scam.
it didn't. Yeah, in case it's a scam, it's like a card with that. And I tried to get it and said it didn't recognize my card, re-enter it again, and I said no. I get
hmm
scared. I get scared of
I
shit like that.
I won't actually buy it from Facebook from those ads because I don't trust that they're real. So I get it all usually from Amazon or another trusted source. So, but I'm excited it's going to be
What do
coming
you
in.
do
And I
that?
was like,
See, I
I
never
thought I
thought of
was,
that.
yeah, no, anything I see online, I just go to Facebook, but I will buy stuff directly from TikTok because TikTok shop is legitimate and I get sucked into those things so
Me
bad.
too, especially this time of year with I like Christmas decorating. I do. Like I'm not much into like decorating overall. It's not my thing. Like I have like shitty taste or no taste. I could do
hmm
like a bare room with no pictures. I don't care. But when Christmas comes, we already busted the stuff out, and then I'm like forever looking for weird things. I have a Santa that climbs up the tree and sings. I got
Oh,
some cool
that's
stuff.
cool. I
Yeah.
I kind of lost my mind with fall this year. I don't decorate for Halloween. I decorate for fall. I always have, and I used to love it so much. I'd break it out in August and stuff. But this year, what got me is that I ordered these beautiful mums through a fundraiser from one of my clients' daughters, and they were great. But I realized I cannot keep mums alive. I always forget to water them. So this year, I made sure I kept watering them and they just still died. So I was like, screw this, I'm buying fake flowers. So, and my window boxes in the fall, I used to go all out and get like the winter cabbage and the peppers and the mums and put them in the window boxes. And I'm like, I'm spending like over $100 or more at like every year to do my window boxes and the flowers outside. So I went and bought some really high quality, like nice fake flowers. And now I have and now my window boxes are all fake flowers. And
Good.
I have fake flowers in the front. And then I went overboard and just I bought a bunch of stuff and have it all. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get a bunch of the fake flowers for Christmas too, and I'm gonna switch out all the vases and stuff or whatever I have like for garland. I'm gonna put like the what is it called? Like
But
balsam
keep it all fake
stuff.
so you can just keep using it. I'll tell you, I can't keep anything alive either. We can't have flowers in the house because my cat eats them. But
Yep.
outside, like if it's not a mature tree or bush, like if I start with some like go buy some flowers, forget it. 2 weeks. And the
Yeah. Well,
kids
I
will say
mean,
it's it. Mm,
I am like I do keep vegetables alive, but and I have
okay.
plants in the house. For some reason, I cannot keep mums alive. So I have resorted to fake. And I'm excited because now I have these big clear bins. I'm like, fall is gonna go away. I'm gonna buy more Christmas stuff. And then it's just because my window boxes for Christmas, what I do is I live in the woods, so I go cut down like branches off of a lot of the trees and I stick those in the window boxes and then I put glitzy like flowers and shiny things in it and put a wreath on the door. So it's all
There we
good.
go. We got something new today. We got something
We
new today.
do. I have enough listener emails that we can do a show with listener emails. So I listen to a couple other podcasts, and some of my favorite things on those podcasts is when other people write in. I know
Okay.
we wanted to do more guests and stuff like that. Today we don't have a guest, but we have some listener stories. So I'm going to read them over, and there's some pretty funny ones. All right, so here's the first one. It's called the Chicken Coop Open House. It's so
Okay.
fitting for me. This one
Right?
is,
We've done
isn't it?
more time on chicken coops on this podcast than probably any podcast in the country.
Probably. Probably. Unless there's a,
What do you got?
one on chickens. I'm sure there are. You would not believe how many chicken groups I'm in on Facebook. And so my feed is chickens and just everything chickens and things that they want me to buy. Um, Okay, so this one is from Marissa in Cranston, Rhode Island, realtor for 8 years in the business. Says Holly and team. Ha, they forgot your name. I need to I need to share this because it's the most what in the actual hell moment of my career. So I had this cute little ranch coming on the market, an older couple, sweet, harmless, a little quirky. The kind of sellers who give you homemade zucchini bread and tell you long stories where every sentence begins with back in 74. You've had some of those, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, we plan an open house. I show up early, turn on the lights, fluff the pillows, all the normal stuff. I walk into the backyard to open up the sliding door and nearly died because there was a full-blown chicken coop on the deck. I don't mean a small coop. I mean we have 47 chickens built them a palace kind of coop. But wait,
47.
47. Like, I don't know if that's an exaggeration or whatnot, but there's a lot of freaking chickens in there. But wait, it gets worse. Inside the coop, sitting in a kiddie pool filled with wood shavings, is a giant turkey named Mr. Beaker. And apparently, Mr. Beaker is protective. As soon as he sees me, this turkey charges like he's the bouncer at a nightclub and I'm trying to get in with a fake ID. Wings out, gobbling like he's summoning ancient spirits. I screamed, he screamed, the chicken screamed. It was chaos. Open house starts.
Stop it.
People people
Stop
try to go
it.
on the deck. I can picture this, right? Because some birds,
First of all, turkeys are big. Like maybe not big when you drive by him on like the road, but if you were face to face with a turkey, like that dude's like 3 feet tall.
some birds, well, so we live in the country. We go for walks down our street. I think it was a couple of years ago. It was so funny. We're walking down the street and there's just this white turkey. So you know it's white turkeys are the ones people raise for meat. And
Okay.
and so we're like, that's not a wild turkey. That doesn't belong out here. So we're like, we know the neighbor over a little further down the street has them. I'm like, that's like a younger turkey. I'm like, we should bring it back to its house. So I got a video. My husband went and grabbed the turkey and he's walking down the road with a turkey. So I'm walking
No
the dog
stop.
and he's got the turkey. I have it on video. I will send you, I'll actually upload the video because I put it to like turkey music, like something like I posted something about, oh, you know you live in Foster when, walking down the street and your neighbor's pet turkey is like, walking down the street too. So it was hysterical and I I put it to turkey music and stuff. It was funny. Anyway, let's see.
Wait, you gotta put your finger where you left off. I have to ask you a question. The turkeys that we eat are not the same looking turkeys as the ones I see when I'm driving.
No, I don't think so. The ones that they raise for meat are white.
White like a chicken, like a
Some
rooster.
chickens are white. Yeah. I mean, the only ones I've seen people raise for meat are white. I could be wrong,
White.
but
Oh, so I couldn't shoot the one like I could get them in like my neighborhood. I can't just shoot one and eat it. That's not gonna be good.
you can, but they taste all right. So I have not eaten wild turkey. I was actually talking to my son about potentially going out turkey hunting this year. We haven't done that ever. But I was told that turkeys taste like crap, the ones that are in the woods.
Well, first of all, even regular turkeys that we eat taste like crap. If
Yeah,
they
I'm not a
tasted
big
good, you
turkey
could
fan.
eat it more than once a year, right? Like
Yeah,
I don't understand the thing with turkey. And yes,
I'm not a
every year
huge.
I have a plate. I'll have a piece. Every year I eat it. I'm like, why do we do this? But I had a turkey in my tree and I didn't know turkeys could fly. Did you know turkeys can fly?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was in my tree, like 30 feet high, and there's some leaves and some not leaves, and I'm taking the video, and like I felt like he was stuck, but I couldn't figure out how he got up there, so I had to look it up. Like they actually can fly. They
Hmm.
just don't like to. Anyway, go
Yeah.
back go back to this girl where 47 chickens at the showing. She's nuts.
All right, so open house starts. People try to go on the deck. Mr.
No,
Beaker said, absolutely
it's
not.
not the thing.
He chased every single person back inside like a security guard on Monster Energy drinks. One buyer yelled, "Is this included in the sale?" The seller, without any hesitation, said, "Only if you behave. He's emotionally sensitive." A couple with two little kids tried to pet him. He puffed himself up like a dinosaur, and the parents sprinted inside. Um, I got one offer that day. The buyer included a clause that said seller must remove poultry before closing.
Eh, and then it did.
I've
Oh, that's
sold
excellent.
houses with mold, hoarders, and pets who refuse to leave the couch. But never again will I host an open house with a turkey who thinks he owns the place. Love the show.
First of all,
Thanks for
what's this
giving us a
girl's name
place
in
to
Cranston?
confess. Marissa.
What's her name? Marissa. She's good with words. I'll tell you. She got bouncers. She's got energy drinks.
Oh my
Um,
God. Okay, so
Mr. Beaker is sounds like a fun guy.
did I ever tell you my zombie chicken story?
I don't think so. What do
Okay.
zombie chicken? No.
Zombie chicken. So my cousin lives in North Smithfield and they decided to buy chicks one year. And one of the chicks started crowing. Well, the area of North Smithfield he lives in, you're not allowed to have roosters. So he's like, "Hey, you have chickens. Do you want my rooster?" Because one of the chickens turned out to be a rooster. I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." So they bring him over, stick him in the coop overnight. He integrates with the rest of the chickens. My kid's birthday party, I want to say my daughter turned 2. Now she's in a frilly, I mean, for each year for her younger years, I made tutus, like puffy tulle tutus, and she's in the backyard and he starts like kind of going after her. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, but I thought maybe it was just the tutu. I'm like, okay, it's just that, whatever. So then I'm outside and I'm trying to put down like pepper or something on the plants because I had an issue with woodchucks and stuff. That was before my
Always
dog and
something.
my cat. Huh?
It's always something out there.
There's always something, but I didn't want the chickens to eat the pepper flakes, so I told my son, I said, go just kind of shoo them away. So he starts shooing them away. Now, if my daughter was 2, like he was probably 7, so he's little, right? And so he's shooing them away, and the freaking rooster goes after him. And so I was like, holy shit. I'm like, I don't like roosters have these big spurs on them, and like I was like, I don't want him to get my son. I've heard of stories where they've gone up and like, get you in the face and stuff.
They can
So
hurt you. I bet, right? Yeah.
yeah, bad. So like I think what I had was like an oar. No, what ended up happening? I think my husband got a hold of him. My husband grabbed him. Sorry, my dad's trying to call me. I know what he's calling me for. I'll have to call him back later. I tried to set up a Facebook Live and then realized that you're not going to be able to hear anything because it's on my headphones. So we nixed that idea. We'll get that at some point. Anyway, so my husband is like, you are not charging at my family. He went and grabbed the rooster by the legs and he starts like going like this on the ground and like smacking him against the ground to try to kill him because he's like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, no, you're not going to go after my
No,
family.
you're dead
So
now.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? My husband's like, well, what do I do with it? I said, just go throw it in the woods. We had like a fox den. We could
He
hear like the
killed it.
baby foxes and stuff. We thought he killed it. He threw it in the woods. I go out fishing with the
Wait,
kids
so
and my
wait.
husband,
So the bird
huh?
was lifeless after your husband did whatever he
Lifeless,
did. The bird was lifeless.
dead.
And now we
Thought,
got to get rid of him. We're not going to give him a
now,
funeral, right? So we're just going to throw him in the woods and let nature
no, he
take
was
its
an
course.
asshole. He tried to attack us.
Yeah,
So,
so he's got to go in the woods. All
yep.
right, so the wolves are
So
going to eat him.
throws him in the woods. I go out
8
fishing with the
days later.
kids.
No,
I, I go out fishing with the kids. My husband calls me. He's like, the freaking rooster's back. Like it's back. It just comes strolling into the yard. So he thought he killed it, but he didn't. Then he's in the yard and he's in the garden. And then so he hears a noise and he turns around. He's got a knife in his hand. He's cutting stuff from the garden, turns around and the rooster's there. So he puts the knife out and the rooster impaled himself on the freaking knife. Like I you can't make this shit up. Like rooster's freaking fine. Fine. I'm like, okay. Then I was so afraid of this thing. I would not go in the backyard without an oar. We had like a rowboat or something. So we had oars, we had baseball bats and stuff. I would not go outside without one of those. But my fear was is that if I hit the thing, like so he cornered me one day and he starts coming after me and I was like I got the oar, but I was afraid that if I hit him once I came back up he would just get me. So my kids and my husband are in the pool and they hear me cuz like I'm screaming They're laughing their asses off at me. And I'm standing there with the oar and I'm trying to get this thing away from me. And then I ended up like whacking it a couple times. He was scary. So there was a what was it called? A coyote that had been around. We go outside one day because we let the chickens free range a lot. And for the most part, they're okay of until you have an issue. Well, we had a coyote come by and take a chicken. So I told my husband, I said, I'm seeing a coyote. It got a chicken. Let's leave the chickens away. So we left them away for a couple days and thought a couple days was enough. And I come home one day and there's this pile of feathers. The rooster's missing and another chicken's missing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess the rooster's gone. I was a little upset about the other chicken, but that night, that son of a bitch came back.
No way.
He came back. He had 6 bite marks, and I don't even know how maggots form so fast, but he had maggots in the wounds. Like that night he came back. Then I started feeling bad because he was in pain. But I don't even know. Like he somehow came back. This thing would not die. So there was one day my dad comes over and he's looking at the thing. He's like, go get some Epsom salt. We'll try to clean out the wounds and stuff like that. And when I went in the house, he snapped the neck. And I'm like, finally, that was it. He was dead. But oh my
So,
God, birds can be freaking mean.
so this rooster survived getting thrashed on the ground until he was lifeless, stabbed, and a coyote.
Yep.
It's a
That
fucking movie. That was a
that
horror
was
movie. You can
that
make
was
that's like a Chucky
yeah, that was Paco the zombie
movie.
rooster. I have another rooster right now. We've had him for about 3 or 4 years, and he's the sweetest guy. So Paco was like really cool in color. He's black with like green and cool shiny colors. And now I have this big white rooster. And I thought it was funny because we had a Paco. I call this one Gringo. And he is the sweetest, nicest. He's never tried to come after us, but you never know what you're freaking getting with a rooster. And this, yep. And I see with this turkey here, they are, see,
That's
there's a
crazy.
story close to my heart. Huh?
That's crazy.
Yep. Yep. So they can be crazy. All right, let's go on to another one. We've got
Please. I can't do any
uh
more roosters.
this one's completely different. All right, this one is a tenant who staged their own arrest. From Barry the landlord from Worcester, Mass, who's an investor. Hey, legit real estate crew. I've been a landlord for 10 years. I thought I'd seen it all. I had not. One of my tenants, let's call him Kyle, was perpetually late on rent. Always had an excuse, lost his job, car broke down, dog needed therapy, you name it. We've had some of those, right?
Oh yeah. Always a
Um,
story.
yep. Finally, after months of this, I serve him a notice to quit. 2 days later, he calls me sounding frantic and says, Barry, I won't be able to make the eviction hearing. I'm going to jail. I'm like, what? He tells me he was wrongfully arrested and can't talk about it, but he'll be in custody for a while, so the judge should dismiss everything. Sounds legitimate, right?
Right?
Something felt off, so I go to the property to check things out. He's not gone. In fact, he's very much there, sitting on the couch, eating cereal, and watching Family Feud. When I confronted him, he said, I'm only on a day release. I have to return to prison at sundown.
Oh, like the old West. It's fucking Wyatt Earp. This guy goes to at sundown. He's gonna go back to the jail. You're good in
Yep.
the day. We gotta get you back in there at night.
Yep.
Okay.
Mind you, he wasn't wearing shoes or pants or anything that indicated even a little bit of incarceration. So I checked public records that night. Guess what? My man had staged his own arrest. He paid his friend, a wannabe filmmaker, to pretend to be a detective and arrest him in front of neighbors so I'd feel bad and call off the eviction. He had
Wow.
he had props. He had a fake warrant. He even had his friend yell, "We'll take him from here, sir," while putting him in a 2003 Honda Civic with no hubcaps. Needless to say, eviction proceeded. Judge laughed. I laughed. Kyle did not laugh. Now I run
um,
background checks on not only on tenants, but apparently on their friends too. Love the show. Keep exposing the madness, Barry.
Barry. Barry, that's a good one.
That's a good
Thanks
one.
for the letter. Question. I've never had a tenant get arrested. What do you do? What do you do if you got to see you're renting to a single guy and he gets arrested?
Mhm.
I don't mean just arrested. I mean he has to like go to jail. He's
Can you
obviously
put
not
their
going to
stuff in
pay you back.
storage?
You got to put his stuff in storage, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
You give them a notice to quit anyway. That's the procedure, is that you have to pay to put their stuff in storage for a certain amount of time. So
yeah. Uh, no,
I
that takes a
actually
while.
did. I had a client who had a person get arrested, and they were like, "We can't get in touch with them. We don't know what to do." They were trying to evict him for non-payment of rent too. I was like, "Well, I'm like, just take his stuff out of there and put it in storage." You know?
Yeah, I mean, and you're not going to be able to get in touch with them, right? It's not like you can't call the ACI and just get through. It's
No,
not that's not how that works.
no. You know what
You
was
have
the
to go there
craziest?
and visitation. Did you ever visit anybody in prison?
I don't think so. I feel like I
No.
have memories as a kid visiting an uncle or something, but I don't remember, like a great
Oh, it
uncle,
sucks.
but I don't think I did.
It sucks. It really is. At least our prison, it really is like the movies. Like you really sit there and like all these people are just sitting there and like you all have like a half hour or whatever, and like there's no touching and there's people like pretty much listening to you. Yeah, it sucks. Visiting someone in prison sucks.
Yeah, you know what I was
I definitely
surprised?
wouldn't go see a tenant. No,
What'd you say?
I definitely wouldn't go see a tenant. All set.
No, no. I actually have somebody that I know that was just telling me that they recently went down to the youth prison that we have, like the juvenile detention center,
Yeah,
and they actually have programs and stuff there. The reason why he went down there was, I guess, to buy a building that they made. They made like a barn, like a building. So they have like um activities over there, like teaching them woodworking and stuff like that. And
good.
they have actual like farm stuff. So he exchanged a couple of his sheep, I think, or a couple of his goats for partial payment on this building over there. And because they teach them agriculture and stuff. And he said when he was there, the kids were super polite to him and stuff. But you have to figure those kids that end up over there are there because they did very bad things. It's
Hmm.
so sad. It's
They
sad.
did, but I'll tell you what. Learning a skill, like you'll come out of there. You can come out of this is crazy. If you come out of youth friggin' juvenile prison and know how to put a set of kitchen cabinets up, you're gonna make more money than a college graduate that comes out not knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And that's a real friggin' thing. Like I keep telling my kids, be an electrician, just be an electrician, be a plumber,
Yeah.
be HVAC, do something with your hands because AI is gonna take all those little bullshit, entry level management jobs, all those little assistant managers that like paperwork pushes basically. They're all screwed.
Mhm.
They're all screwed. AI can do almost all of it. Um,
Yeah.
but the kids, a lot of them, they do bad things. Yeah, every single one of them comes from a dysfunctional family. Like every single one of them. Every
Mhm.
time I had a group home kid that was in and out of jail, or when I've coached a lot of kids. I coach a lot of basketball. And anytime I have a kid that's like been in trouble like that, dad's not around, mom's dysfunctional, mom and dad are together, but they're both dysfunctional. Like they,
You
it's
can't
a,
blame the kid.
it comes it's a shame. I'm
They
glad they're
have,
doing good with them out there, though.
yeah, and they're getting the proper guidance. You think about it, you take a kid that's never been exposed to, that's only been
Work.
exposed to bad stuff, right? And then you teach them good skills and you teach them things that they weren't taught. So it's amazing. But I want to mention the story reminds me of, I had a tenant who was like a pathologic liar. I mean, it was crazy. When he first moved in, the deposit check I was supposed to have, I was supposed to catch up with him later with it or something like that. And he somehow, I was young and stupid. I think I was 23 when I bought this house. I didn't know any better, but I had given them the keys to the house and he's supposed to give me the check. And then I put it in the mail. Okay. Well, I never got it. And then it got to the point, like there was one day where he's like, I'm coming to meet you. Now I was working in downtown Providence in Kennedy Plaza, and there was a Citizens Bank on the first floor of my building, 2 floors down from
Yeah,
me where I was.
I like that building. Yeah, I know
Yep.
that building. Yeah.
So I said, okay, well, meet me here. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I just got to go to the bank and get the money. It's like, okay, I'm here. Just let me know when you're ready. So like the I keep checking with him. I'm like, you said you were here. Where are you? He's like, I'm still in the bank. Well, it got to a point where the bank had closed, and I'm like, the bank is closed. Where are you? He's, oh, I'm still at the bank. And I'm like, like literally, like I have never had somebody lie to me so like crazily where it was like, but I know you're lying. The bank is closed. There's no way you're there. I called the manager. I know the manager. They're my tenants. Like, how do you lie to me like that? And he just never showed up and paid the rent. Isn't it
Drugs,
crazy?
man. Drugs. People
Yeah.
that
I think he had a
people rely.
gambling problem.
Oh, that'll do it.
I think he did. I felt bad for his wife. Like, I mean, I don't think she knew. Like, they were married and she thought, he gave me the money. Never did. And both of their names ended up getting ruined because I had to like take them to court and I had like money they owed me for a while and all that stuff. All right, let's
Gambling's a
see.
wicked bad addiction. I'll tell you, I went to the NCAA tournament was in Providence this year, basketball. And I took me and like 8 of my friends and my son. And we're standing in line for cheeseburgers at some like outside tent, beer garden type thing. And every single person in line, all they were talking about were their bets. Because it's so easy
Really?
because you can do it on your phone now. There's like Rhode Island has an app, and every single person's talking about, I took this, I took that, I took this. And my son, he's 11, he was 10 at the time. He's curious, like, what are these people all talking about? And we had to go through, like, we don't gamble in our family. Like, I just don't do it. And you're not going to do it because money is hard to get, and there's better ways to spend it. And it's like you think because you're a sports fan that you think you know what's going on because you follow sports, but you don't know shit.
Mhm.
Because there's a reason why Vegas looks like Vegas, and we live in a single family house. Like, we don't live in a castle. If I knew how to gamble, I'd live in a castle. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's wicked bad. Do we have any more letters? I'm liking these letters.
I love it. I want more. Like, it took us a while to start getting, like, to get anything, but I really, really want more of these because it's fun to share. I do have one more. It's the showing that turned into a paranormal investigation.
Here we
This
go.
is from Sabrina in New London, Connecticut. She's a new agent and now apparently a part-time ghost hunter.
Nice.
Hey,
Hey,
legit real
license. You
estate.
never know what can happen. You never know
No,
what path to
no, exactly. Um, Hey, legit real estate podcast. Long-time listener here, but this is my first time writing in because the story needs a public audience. I had a listing, beautiful old Victorian, 1880s, creaky floors. You know the vibe. The seller says, oh, the house has character. Sir, no, it has spirit. I show the house to a super practical engineer couple. They don't believe in anything paranormal. They're all facts, numbers, spreadsheets. Perfect buyers, right? We go upstairs. As soon as we step into the hallway, we hear a woman's voice whisper, get out. The wife
take.
jumps. The husband freezes. I internally leave my body. I try to recover and say something professional like, oh, that's just the old house breathing.
That's the heat. It's
Yeah,
these old radiators.
there's so many things that can make noise, right? Then it happens again. Get out, clearer, louder. Like she was
Stop
sick
it.
of me lying. Ooh. The wife bolts down the stairs and refuses to come back in. The husband, trying to be tough, says it's probably plumbing vibration.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. It always makes
No,
direct sentences. All right.
no, sir. The plumbing is from the 70s, but it does not whisper in full sentences.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We keep touring because he doesn't want to overreact. As we were in the attic, a box literally slides across the floor about 2 feet.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think your letter's bullshit. I think you're having fun with us.
No draft, no slant,
Oh,
just
no,
scoots
no,
like it's
you're
on
having fun with
wheels.
us.
The husband goes pale and says, okay, I am now
We're good.
reacting.
We're good. I'm all set.
We left so fast, I forgot to turn off the lights. I drove back later with the seller, told him what happened, and he goes, oh, yeah, that's Mildred. She used to live here in the 40s.
Fuck out of here. Stop it. Stop it. It's Mildred. We had some
She,
great characters today. Mildred, what's the name of the turkey again? We had Mildred, the
Mr.
turkey had a
Beaker,
name.
Mr.
Mr. Beaker,
Beaker?
Mildred, a fine couple indeed.
She only gets mad if you go in her attic.
Oh,
Sir, that information belongs in the MLS remarks. Anyway, that couple bought a new construction instead. No ghosts included.
no ghost. Uh, Something tells me that story is at least partially exaggerated, but that shit is funny.
Maybe, maybe. Thanks for all the laughs. Keep the podcast going, Sabrina.
Oh, that's Mildred. You gotta
I
miss,
love
miss
it.
to any of my clients that are listening to this that might become a client in the future. If you live with someone named Mildred who is like a spirit, you tell me up front. You don't let me walk into the friggin' bedroom and I'll run out the window. I'll jump out the window. Can't do it.
No, I
Can't do
told you
it.
every one of the houses I've bought, except for this one, I've had people tell me that they've had paranormal activity in it. Right? I
People are
had
crazy.
Yeah, well, and
Crazy.
not we only had it happen once. Like, at my first house I bought, it was a two-family. It was right around the time my son was born, and I was like, maybe it's the grandma. The grandma's mine and my husband's passed away within a year of him being born. I'm like, maybe they're just coming to visit. I don't know. But after we moved out of there, I had a tenant, and she calls me one day, and she's like, "Is this house haunted?" And I'm like, "Not that I know of. Why?" And she's like, "Well, I'm putting things in one room and then I'm finding them in another room and things are just moving." And I'm like, I have no idea. I didn't have the only issues I had, like I had a couple weird things happen, but like I said, I thought it might have been the grandmothers. And I'm like, if anything's here, this shit needs to stop, go away. And I never had an issue with it again. And
Oh,
the
you told
house,
them.
yeah, I don't know. When something, I don't know. It worked. If anything was really happening, we had like the door opened on my husband once, and while he was like in another room, and he thought the cat went under his leg, and the cat was not. The cat was like sitting on the side of him or something.
We
Like a
we got to
couple
get your
weird
husband
things.
on here. So we got to get him
Huh?
on here because I need to hear your husband tell me the story about killing the chicken. But then we got to bring him in on some of this shit. Like we got to hear him talk about cats running under his legs when he's not paying attention.
That was
That could
the
be our next
only
guest,
time.
Mr.
Only
Rigoli.
time. Yeah, that'll be something. He hates video. I'm the all everyone in my household. I am not allowed to videotape them. I am not allowed to take pictures of them. He has conditioned them that whenever I go to take a picture of them, they just make the worst faces. I'm like, all right, smile, and their faces are twisted, their eyes are
Well,
upside down. Like, so I was like, you know
listen.
what? You guys are assholes. I'm gonna post that online purposely because you like stupid.
Well,
Like,
you can let them listen to this. This is a personal message about that. My mother was like that every Christmas, hiding her face. Like when I was little, VHS was new. That's how old I am. And we had like a tripod, and it would get our Christmas. And my mother would purposely avoid the camera and purposely not take pictures. And it was this big fucking thing if you got her in a picture. And back then, there was no digital delete it. Like you had the picture, she would be like all mad. Well, when she died at like 56 years old, we couldn't find any fucking pictures of her. So I don't have any pictures of my mother to show my kids because my mother hid from pictures for her entire life. Like I
mhm.
can't see behind me anymore, but I have like two pictures of my mother, and they're so rare that I put them in a frame, and because they just don't exist. And so I used to be like that too. Like I kind of didn't like being in pictures because I mean I have a face for radio, they tell me, but now, like if someone wants to take a picture of me, like I try and take the picture because I don't know,
They're
because it's a snapshot in
memories.
time. Yeah, and I'm not gonna
They
be
are
here forever.
memories. We
Yeah, yeah.
we
Time to get
lost
over
my
that shit.
mother-in-law um what 9 years ago, I want to say. And I'll come across videos that I took, and even if she's not in the frame, you hear her voice and it makes you
Yeah.
want to cry. Like catching
Mhm.
I am all for pictures and videos, so I try to capture those moments, and my kids screw off because they're just not cooperative. And
Because they don't
I
get it because
I
life is long for them. Like they still think life is long until they get older and realize life is short, and then it's like, well, I wish I had that.
yeah, but I'll
I got
post
a, I
some
got a
pictures.
bunch. One of the best gifts I ever got is Pam took a box of my VHSs and turned them onto DVDs.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, that was really cool. And a lot of it she didn't get to look through them. They were all not labeled. You know how VHSs are. Like I have some Days of Our Lives recorded if you ever want to come by and watch. Like
I
some
never liked
1986
those.
I have Bo and Hope's wedding. That's labeled. But I have what do you call it? there's a lot of videos with my grandmother in there and stuff like that, and you could hear her voice. And my great grandmother like came from Italy, so when you hear her talk, it sounds like broken English, like it's out of me
Mhm.
now, and it's so cool because there's not a lot of people that speak broken English anymore the way that the Italians did, and
That was my
it's really
mother-in-law.
cool.
That was my mother. You
It's
hear her voice because my in-laws are both directly from Italy. They moved here, um, I think when they were in their 30s, I want to say. So like
it's the
they,
best.
yeah,
It
they,
is.
and I hear it. My son used to speak Italian, and I have videos of him singing little songs in Italian and stuff. It's, you know, it's good
This
memories.
will tie into your father killing the rooster. My good friend lives across the street, not across, a couple houses down, and his parents are from Italy, came here in their 30s, and they go back. He's like, so they go back every year because the grandmother's still alive. Like people are still there, cousins and shit. And he speaks Italian very well. And he's like, but the scariest thing he ever saw, like they had a goat and it was time for dinner. Like it was time to, he's like, I look outside the window and my grandmother's yoked up this goat and just sliced his throat right in front of him. He said he's never been the same since. And I
See,
can see it. That's the
we grew
old
up
country.
hunting. We grew up
Yeah.
hunting, but I can't kill an animal that's mine. Unless it, like I said, the rooster was a spur of the moment shit. He's trying to attack us. Like,
Yeah.
let's get this thing out of here. Like that's one thing, right? But when you're raising an animal and it trusts you and stuff like that, I can't do that. Like,
Mm,
it's
that's how we get food. I do like eating.
exactly, exactly. I can't do it myself, but I
But
totally get it.
totally. But in the old country, you have goats and they're there for a reason. They're not there to be pets. Over here, we have
Yeah.
petting zoos. Over there, they're like, no, we need this goat.
Yeah.
We're
No,
waiting
I
for
want to
the
get
kid ready
goats, but I want to get goats to
to cut the grass.
yeah, and all the brush. The brush is just oh, it grows so fast over here. But
I'll tell you
I
what,
don't know.
I really enjoy getting letters from people. I wish people would send us more letters because I like it. It's interesting because let's be honest, we only have so many stories. Like
Hmm.
we need other people's stories to tell stories.
Yep, and we will get on more guests and stuff, but in
Although I don't
between,
know about I think Homegirl's full of shit with her voices and her moving boxes. I don't know.
I
I don't know
don't know,
about
like
you the one in Connecticut.
I have that house in Connecticut that I have. My mom tells me she hears things. She's a tenant there. I have another guy. He's seen handprints on the window that are like my windows are like 10 feet tall. Like you can't get up there. He's felt people in bed with him. I had a guy working on the house, and he felt someone smack him upside the head, and nobody was there. So, um,
So
the
so
other tenant has seen things go flying across the kitchen. So he literally, I walk in, no, he legitimately believes it. Like there's sage. He has like sage above his doors and stuff like that. He's saged the place a couple times.
I'll tell you what. Um, so we're not affiliated with any other like companies that do podcasts, but this isn't my first time in the podcast world. I used to do a podcast about basketball, and we had that guy station that had basketball, baseball, football, but the number one following of any of the podcasts was called Legit Paranormal, and the guy Buddy, who is the host of Legit Paranormal, had like a cult like following. Like he used to go to Bigfoot conventions and shit, and like sit there and sign,
That's
and like
awesome.
go to like these people have like their own world. These paranormal people.
I
My
love
sister,
paranormal stuff.
my sister fancies herself. She has like a toolkit and shit. I think you're all crazy.
I have an
Like I
EMF
don't know.
detector. I've got the app on my phone. I've got a couple apps on my phone. We every time we go
Go
to
to
like on
church.
a trip, huh?
Go to church.
I do every week.
This scares the shit out of me.
I go
One
to
last thing,
church
I know we're gonna
every
wind down.
week.
I gotta send you a picture. My Tommy's an altar boy. So Tommy had his first altar boy mass 2 weeks ago, and
Aw.
yep, he loves it. He loves it. The kid loves church, which I'm so happy
Mm-hmm.
because he
That's the
won't be the
best.
one writing in talking
It's
about.
the best when they love it. CJ turned 16 and we have youth mass on Sunday nights. And he literally, because there's only a limited number of them, he is on every single week for the most part. So he just goes in and expects it. And it's so funny because they put the older kids with the newer altar servers, and the newer ones start right after first communion. So they start in 3rd grade. So my son is 6'2", and then you got this little one. Like,
Walking with a
it's
guy
so
who's like 2.5.
funny.
He's standing next to Luca. Luca's making his communion this year. That's like,
Mhm.
it would look like the movie Twins if your son stood next to my son.
It's so funny. I love it.
I think it's good. I think it's really good. And I'm glad they like it. I don't force it on them or nothing.
No,
The thing
my
came home,
kids love
they
it. We
send shit
have,
home all the time. We say yes or
yep,
no. Like, do you want to do this? Yes or no? And
yep.
I came home at the last school and he was too young. And he was like, yeah, I want to do it. And now this time, different school. And he's like, oh yeah, I want to do it. And he likes it, which is
That's
good. I'll
awesome.
tell you
My
the
kids
best
have
stories. You
always,
want to talk about legit stories? Bible stories, the way Bible stories are hard to read in the Bible. Bible stories, when they tone it down for kids,
hmm
are like freaking comic adventures. Like,
hmm
he loves his Bible story book. It's like all animated or whatever, but that's a story for a different day. We are running out of time. Where do they find us?
We are the Legit Real Estate Podcast. We are on YouTube and Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts and pretty much everywhere, hopefully, that you can find a podcast. If you want to write in, we love this. The stories are so much fun today. You can write into us at the Legit Real Estate Podcast at gmail.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok too. So we're trying to get us everywhere. So
That's all
like,
Holly, guys.
subscribe,
That's not me.
follow.
I don't know how to log into none of that shit. I couldn't even check the email if you told me to. It's all Holly.
Props to my assistant, Ray. I was doing all the editing at first. I tried getting my kids to do the editing. You think if I offer to pay them to watch our video and cut out all TJ's swears and stuff and just add music to it,
Wait, my
I don't
swears
cut.
don't make it to the broadcast?
No,
You bleep me
not
out?
not your swears. Some of your comments have to be cut out though.
Oh,
So you would think that they would jump at that opportunity as teenagers to get it to sit and
you
watch
hear
a
some
video and
cuss
do it.
words?
And that's how CJ met you at a house. He's like, oh, I know who he is. He edited like 5 podcasts. But
Yeah,
my
that's
assistant Ray has
right.
been doing all our edits and posting lately, and he's been doing a great job. So
That's right.
shout
We
out to
sold the
him.
house together, didn't we?
We did. We did. I
That's
drive by
crazy
it.
because it was so smooth. I don't even remember that deal. I really don't. I just thought of I gotta call that kid. That was so easy. It was easy to work with you.
Yeah,
Listen, we gotta run. Have a good week. Will I see you Friday at 10 o'clock?
I think so. Oh
Awesome.
no, I just scheduled an appraisal. Sorry.
Oh, all right. I'll talk to you later in the week.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.